Good up.
This is Channel 253.
On this episode of the Grit and Grain podcast.
The title of my my session was "Marketing is Dead."
Is it?
As we know it, I think it is.
Yeah.
Which is a lot to say from someone who does this for a living.
Yeah, I was like, it sounds like you're talking yourself out of a job, bro.
Right. It's a rough place to be.
I'm doing sales over here on this side of the mountains for White Bluffs and love the beer, and it's part-time, so I technically am retired, but just doing this gig for fun and to also help grow his presence over here a little bit with the help of our fine distributor, Orcus Distributing.
Yeah, Larry and I get to work together now.
Yes.
Channel 253 is member supported. I'm producer Doug Mackey, and I hope you will show your support by going to channel253.com/membership and join. Thank you.
Welcome to the Grit and Grain podcast, where we explore and celebrate the craft beer industry, community, and history in Tacoma, Washington, and surrounding Pacific Northwest areas. Thank you so much for hanging out. Let's get to it. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Grit and Grain podcast, coming to you guys not from Peaks and Pints, but from the 2025 Washington Brewers Summit. Huzzah! Thanks for hanging out. My name is Matt McLaren, and I'm here, of course, with Ron Swarner.
Hello.
What's going on, Ron?
Fermenting nicely, Matt. Could use more lager and less PowerPoint.
It's ale fermentation temperatures in this building right now. It's pretty toasty.
So many PowerPoints.
There's a lot of PowerPoints. Our resident pro brewer and line cleaner, Bethany Carlson's on the mic. What's up, Bethany?
What's up? How's it going, guys?
Legendary.
Good. Yeah, the legend.
Happy to be here.
Brewed all the great beer and cleaned all of the lines all around Tacoma.
Including mine this morning, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Did you? Were you?
No, Greer did.
Oh, Greer was. I was like, dude, you had a busy morning before I saw you.
No.
Doug's on mic. What's up, Doug?
I don't do any of those things, but I do drink delicious beer.
Good. Nice. I'm glad that we could be a part of that. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we're hanging out at the Washington Brewers Summit, so we're doing a live show here. It's in the showroom, so it's kind of loud and bustling. However, there is a talk, Kevin Davey presenting on drinkability in the beer industry in like the next 15 minutes. So it's going to die in here while everybody goes to that talk, and then we'll have a bunch of noise-free time. But for now, so one of the talks that did happen this morning was actually fantastic and came from one of our Tacoma family. So we actually have on the mic right now Bryson Foster from Foster's Creative. What's up, man?
Hello, everybody.
T-Town represent.
Yeah, dude. I know. We like our show records like 6 minutes from your office, but we had to be 30 minutes away from Tacoma to sit down and do this, bro.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
We made it happen.
Bryson, if you guys, I'm going to give everybody the quick thing.
Sure.
But if you guys don't know, Bryson has been working in marketing and digital creation, but also just like collaboration and community around Tacoma for forever. So he's done a lot of stuff in the beer industry. This is probably a long overdue podcast appearance, to be honest. But separate from that, he actually came up and kind of gave a short talk about, not even a short talk, it ended up being over an hour, gave a great talk about like marketing, digital marketing, and what that kind of looks like for the future of the craft beer industry. And it was super interesting, and I liked it a lot. So I thought it'd be cool if you maybe came on and, we talked about we gave like the short form of like your lecture this morning.
Yeah.
So thanks for being here, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me, everybody. Legendary crew up here. There's no doubt about that.
That's nice of you.
Thank you.
What was the title of your talk?
The title of my my session was "Marketing is Dead."
Is it?
As we know it, I think it is.
Yeah.
Which is a lot to say from someone who does this for a living.
Yeah, I was like, it sounds like you're talking yourself out of a job, bro.
Right. It's a rough place to be. But it's changing quite a bit.
Yeah.
Well, you're a community builder at masquerading as an ad agency.
100%.
Oh, that's a good way to
So my perspective is different than maybe a dyed-in-the-wool marketing, digital marketing professional.
Yeah.
Sure.
But you do it all there.
Mm-hmm. For us, it's always been about the experience first, and then the documenting later. Mm-hmm. That's what it's always been about from day one.
Nice.
which I love, and I think is like you and I have talked about this before. So if you don't know, Foster's is also kind of one of the Tacoma Beer Week partners. You guys see us shout them out every single year when we do Tacoma Beer Week stuff. And it's a conversation you and I've had, but it's also a conversation I have with brewers all the time. Is like, you know, like I've been in the industry for 10 years. If there's a brewery or even a bar who's like, how can I set myself apart? You know, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing right? All this stuff. Usually it comes down to a question of why would somebody drive past other places to come drink at your bar? Or why would somebody drive past other breweries to come to your brewery? And you have to have a good answer to that question. And I feel like it's probably easy to get lost in like the hustle of trying to just get your business out in front of people's eyes where you're like, you kind of forget what you're even doing differently in a way. But I thought that was like a great way to approach the thesis of a talk like this. Is like, you might actually find success just kind of leaning back into the things that you really loved about this in the first place.
Yeah, start there.
Yeah.
Because word of mouth is always going to be king. Mm-hmm. It's just that content confused people for a while. Mm-hmm. That it was about being slick, and maybe shame on us for like losing the first love. The foundation is truly like our experience, right? Like why do people go to 1111 in Tacoma?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Neighborhood.
Well, for the Rainier.
Right?
Yes.
Neighborhood, the aesthetic.
The people that work there.
The people.
Yeah.
You're always going to get into some kind of mischief. You're going to get into some kind of mischief, maybe. You don't know. You just because you're going to connect with people there, but it doesn't get there. It didn't get there like because of a good marketing strategy.
Sure.
It is the marketing strategy.
Right.
You know.
So one of the questions that you posed, which I like a lot, was, what would you do as a business to get the word out if digital marketing didn't exist?
Well, you have to be the sons of a famous bar owner in Tacoma.
So the answer is nepotism. It's just nepotism.
Well, there are years and years of goodwill.
100%. And over time, I mean, it's like, you know, it's a slow build. And anything, I always feel like truly businesses to me, and maybe it's because of my local perspective, they scale at the speed of friendship. You can't automate and scale friendship.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It takes coffee and fighting and conflict and issues and over how many years, and are we still friends? I don't know.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a big part of your talk, was just the lack of connection between people, like real human face-to-face connection, and how big of a part of marketing that is, like to be face-to-face and the friendships and community connections that you make.
A lot of people's faces are buried in phones.
Yeah.
Standing right next to each other.
Yeah, we talked about that. It's like, but so somebody in the audience who does focus on marketing for their brewery, she was like, I feel like it's just my job to have my face buried in my phone. Like, you need to see what everybody else is doing, see what's working. You need to like be tweeting and putting up Instagram stories yourself. You need to be making funny TikToks, and so like it becomes part of your job. And so the idea is like, well, there's probably part of that that's important, but it also might be good just to like figure out what you're doing differently as a business or a brewery or whatever, and then just start focusing on that. And that's the idea, right? Is to just document the things that you're doing that would make somebody choose you, even if there was no digital marketing.
100%. If you start there, I feel like we skip over that. I just need stuff to go off so I can get more sales.
Sure.
It's like, okay, hold on. Like maybe both, but like let's start, there first. It's like I think about Ron and what you guys do at Peaks and Pints. I think that you guys do a great job at creating opportunities for people to connect with you guys and your personality. Yeah. And I say that specifically because you can call that marketing, but it's like a bastardization of the actual term, in my opinion. It's an oversimplification. Because what it is you're providing opportunity for connection and for people to possibly relate on a personal level. That to me is what I care about a lot.
Yeah. And that's just who I am and how I grew up in Tacoma. And my former job as a newspaper publisher, I learned all that.
Right.
And I learned about content marketing.
Yeah.
So right out of the box, I just started doing it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, I feel like anybody who's seen your social media like thinks of it as like you know, the gold standard in a way. Like your content is different, and it's like interesting and engaging, and you know, it's probably nothing that's going to go like crazy viral, but it does appeal to the people who are most likely to walk through your door.
I don't want it to go crazy, but I don't care if it goes crazy.
Yeah.
I care about 10 miles around me.
Right.
He also has a very distinctive voice.
That's true.
No, I mean, in his writing and everything, you
Yeah.
know it's Ron, and he does it beautifully. He's a beautiful writer. So his content is both his own, it's full of love, and it's very distinctive.
Bobble Tiki taught me how to write.
It's so kind of him.
Okay, so Bethany, though, as like, so a relatively new, like, budding business, like, you guys are kind of in, like, growth phase right now. You're, like, hiring new people, which is awesome for any beer business to be doing that right now, but especially a line cleaner, because it just makes everybody's drinking experiences around Tacoma way better.
Heroic.
So, like, how have you approached marketing, and, like, is it changing as you guys are growing a little bit?
Yeah, we've actually just hired somebody to do some more social media for us.
Word.
Because I have a hard time keeping up with it on a regular basis. I don't like to be kind of glued to my phone a lot. And so I think the first couple of years we really got by through word of mouth, through our customers. And now we still want to do that, but we're definitely looking for more avenues to do it. And then, we don't have a brick and mortar place like a brewery to come to. So it is a different...
It's a service.
Service. So, we're constantly trying to figure out, what content to post. Got a little bit better website up and running, so hopefully people can go to us and see, like, we're the real deal.
Sure.
So, did that answer the question?
It does. And I'm like...
So many facets to marketing,
I know,
right?
seriously.
Like, there's so many different things to think about.
We were talking with Bethany, and Chris came to the talk as well, your talk this morning, and like how your ideas like translate to what she does, because it's not a brick and mortar place, right? It's a service. But how do you get people to care about what the service actually is? You can probably, like you mentioned, education, like in a way, like show people what the process is for what you're doing. Not necessarily just posting like a pretty picture of a beer, but how you're making the picture. That way people know that it's real. That way people know that you're putting time and energy into it. And if you put time and energy into your pictures of your product, you probably put it into your product or your service, right?
Yeah.
So there's like this kind of innate sort of translation to quality in that way, or like the perception of quality. But Bethany, who doesn't have a storefront, runs a service. You have to get people to care about what the service is and what it's doing. But she cleans lines. And that's like a really important thing that most people who are not in the industry but might still drink beer have no clue even is a thing, right?
Right.
So there's like a huge market for like the education side of like her business specifically. And
I think what she does a good job at is staying engaged on a personal level. A big reason why you're here is it's like, for you, like as a service, same for myself, like obviously like it'd be great to get to know more people, more folks who can be customers. But at the end of the day, like I think that you just care about people too. And like you empathize with the business owner. You empathize with the troubles that they go through, and you know that your service is although it may be not always easily noticeable, you know how amazing, you know the other side of how stressful it is if lines aren't cleared appropriately and maintained appropriately. And so part of it is based on your heart too, and people like care about that. Like that really, really matters to people, I think. And that's just from little conversations you and I have had over the last couple of years,
Thanks.
That is true.
It matters.
You just want people to drink the best beer that they can.
100%.
Yeah.
And it just so happens to be that you're building a business model around it to sustain that, because you have to create an ecosystem around it to make it continue.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and in some ways, it's easier probably in this type of business where there is a lot of information to give to people. It's not like there's lots of breweries out there, and you have lots of new beer releases and stuff, and we all see that. But so I'll try. I want to lean into that more as like the educational piece of it. Yeah.
And especially early in on your business too. Like the reality is, for many of us, you are the marketing and were the marketing early on in the stage of the business, like
as the owner.
yeah,
like, as the
100%.
personal
Like
relationship
it's you, right? And that digital can amplify and multiply that signal, But it really does come down to like, do I like this person? Do I trust this person? Or do they do good work? Do they say what they say they're going to do? That's why word of mouth will never go out of style. You're always going to tell someone about something you had a great experience with. Always, you always will.
As a service, I feel like word of mouth has probably been a huge chunk of you just gaining new business.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you guys, I know you do some like sort of sales calls and stuff, and you obviously try to push your service out there. But at the end of the day, you probably also just have business owners talking to other business owners, going like, these guys come in, they do good work. I don't get any complaints. They don't overcharge me. They come when I call.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of that.
That's
so,
definitely happening.
yeah.
Yep, and then just being friendly with the owners and the bartenders as well. Like it's not just we're coming in and like, hey, we try to chat up the people and make
also,
relationships there too.
Yeah, they're industry people. They're selling shit that we like. So
Yeah.
what's not to love?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you kind of answered one of my questions that I was going to ask towards the end, but like, if like a brewery, if there's somebody listening who maybe didn't get to hear your talk, if a brewery is like, labor's crazy, people are like short-staffed, right? Like it's just tough to like set aside the amount of time that you might need to actually document the stuff that you're already doing.
Yeah.
Do you think that there is like a pretty simple maybe formula or rubric just for somebody to get started doing that? If they wanted to create that kind of content and then maybe evolve it into something that's more them?
Yeah, I think that one thing that has been true all the way through the last, we've been doing this for other people for almost 10 years now. And one thing that's never gone out of style that continues to remain a successful strategy is just showing and highlighting the people that work there.
Okay.
Yeah, you're very good at that.
It's just like
championing your staff.
It just continues to be a thing it's going to continue being that as you go too. So it doubles as it honors our staff. It helps. It's part of our culture, and then people are excited to champion other people, and so it's kind of like it's like contagious or something. But maybe also it's just like it's not, that it's not fake too. So now you add the AI thing into it too. That what's not fake is a photo of somebody who works there.
Yeah. You can actually see them next time you come in.
And personalize. Hey, this is Steve. You've met Steve before. Steve, is this way, and because it really is, especially in a service in a brewery, it's all about the people that are there.
Sure.
The hospitality is everything for that industry.
Right.
And you have such a creative staff that they're actually also doing it on their own.
Yeah.
They're also being creative on all of them on their own.
Yeah, they have their own personal projects.
And so it just comes full circle back to your shop.
Yeah, I think that's a great place to start. Highlight the people that work there. Personal.
That's true. I guess it gives you it even gives you icebreakers for people who come into your breweries for the first time and they see like a staff person. They're like, oh, I saw your video. I also went to that school. I graduated. It's like, it's this, if somebody's getting to know your employees off of like a video that they saw on your Instagram, then they have something to talk about with them next time they come in, and there's that immediate kind of connection. Man. All right, if you're listening and you couldn't come to the summit, that is how you start. Find whichever staff member is cool with being on camera for a minute and a half.
Yeah.
Bryson, do you want to give a couple minute talk on the 10 and how that's evolved?
Yeah. Boy. Okay, so the 10 is a kind of a sister brand of our agency, and it is our way to illustrate our mission and our value system. It's us putting our money where our mouth is, as an agency. And I would say that the 10 is the 10's goal is to amplify the people and the places and the happenings of the 253, not just Tacoma. It kind of starts there because that's where a lot of the momentum comes from, and is a storytelling platform for us to engage with our community and to leverage our platforms for bringing others up. I think if we do that, then the outcome is that my children have an even more creative and accessible future that I think will help us have better restaurants and food and eat and drink and all of the things that make culture what culture is. And I would say that for us, like Foster's Creative, our agency, our actual mission is to break down the silos between creatives, musicians and artists, businesses and nonprofits, and to help them work together more consistently and learn how to work with each other at a higher level and more consistently. And because that's where culture comes from. And so it's us modeling, the 10 is us modeling kind of that kind of like collaborative sort of like, that cycle, exactly. Because as a business, we're doing the same thing. We're putting our money where our mouth is because it's not a moneymaker for us. Like it's every year, it's not a profitable endeavor. We want it to be sustainable, but that's not the point of it.
Right.
You know?
But you do, the long game is that you're generating value into like the creative spaces so that eventually people maybe who do have some money to spend on it understand that the creative side of any business is a worthwhile side to invest in.
And in a lot of ways too, it's for us to go, hey, so-and-so business, bank, see what we do? Do that.
Right.
That's good for your business.
And guess what? Here's a group of artists that we connect with who you might be able to help you do this. Now they can make a living doing this. Yeah.
And it also reminds us that 2 + 3 + 5 = 10.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It reminds us that.
Clever son of a bitch.
Yeah.
So Ron was one of the original 10, I believe. Is that right?
I was,
Yeah.
And now it's kind of
Storyteller.
evolving. Yeah, the storyteller.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's evolved into highlighting the other sort of like creative and like community focused people around the 253.
Like Matt McLaren.
Like that.
Like Tacoma
yeah.
Beer Week.
Yeah, Tacoma Beer Week. Exactly. Yep.
Which is, I can't believe we're already like, we're not even that long away from it. It's like insane.
And we every year we're like, it's almost like a digital magazine that's like kind of like publishing thoughts and reviews and content that are relevant to the 253 throughout the year. And then all of those pieces culminate to a long form film and a book to accompany it. So we're kind of doing some tactile stuff.
Yeah,
And then we're
awesome.
using the digital to draw people in one big room together to have experiences.
Hell yeah.
So we'll see if people care about that as the years go by.
If you're local and you listen to
know?
this is like for sure something that you should be following. If you give a shit about us, you'll give a shit about this, I promise.
And that first film is out there on the internet.
Yep.
It is.
Yeah,
It's
check it out.
beautiful. Yeah, it's
You can
beautiful.
go to the 10253.com, see the first year and all the shenanigans we're up to this year.
Hell yeah. Well, yeah, if somebody, we're like, I can't even already believe it's almost break time. But if somebody wants to follow you and your work besides the 10, where else can they go?
Just search Foster's Creative with an S, Foster's Creative anywhere.
Awesome. Dude, thanks so much for hanging out with us, man.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, appreciate you
Your
guys.
talk was awesome. And yeah, dude, looking forward to meeting for Beer Week stuff.
Beautiful.
All right, we're going to take a super quick break. We'll be right back. Hang out.
This is Eric Hanberg with Channel 253.
I'm Doug Mackey.
And Doug Mackey asked to keep this short. So here it is. $4 a month, $40 a year, supports Channel 253. Go to channel253.com/membership.
More so, we'd like to thank our members, especially our long-time members.
Now it's too long.
Welcome back, everybody. Thanks so much for hanging out during the break. Quick shout out to Doug, our wonderful producer, who came all the way up to SeaTac to make us sound awesome.
And drink beer.
And drink beer. And I know you guys heard it on the break, but please do go check out Channel 253. Great way to stay connected to Tacoma. And then also shout out to Chris, who is somewhere.
He's around.
He's around. He's got some video. What's up, everybody?
He left the camera rolling, so we're in good shape.
So if you guys haven't, make sure to go to youtube.com and find Great and Great Podcasts. You can watch us instead of listen to us if that's your jam. And then a special shout out to Kendall over at Washington Beer Blog. If you want your beer news written and more beer flavored, that's the place to do it.
He did a deep dive on NA beer recently.
He did, actually. He's been keeping up on that pretty hard.
Yeah.
And the new Belgian beer brewery that just opened up in like Woodinville, I think. I have to remember the name. But yeah, he's been just keeping up on like every single thing. And it's, if you guys want to keep up on
Toll Bridge, maybe?
It's
Toll Bridge.
That's
something like that.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, small shop and then like focusing on like Belgian style, which I love. So yeah, you guys know how we do when we do live shows at the summit. We like to rotate a couple of guests who are hanging out, and we have a return guest for our second half, Larry Rock. What's going on, man?
Oh, appreciate you all having me. This is great. This is a fun summit. Glad to see you guys. And yeah, it's a blast. Thanks for having me back.
For
that was
sure.
a career highlight doing the first one. I'm serious. That was some of the most fun I've had.
Your career's been insane, so
It
that's
has
wild
been,
for you to say.
Literally.
It's one of our favorites. We talk about it a lot, actually.
I appreciate it.
What are we drinking?
What are you drinking? Wait, Larry's not drinking anything.
Wait,
Hang on.
wait.
That's a problem.
That's what
That
I'm
is a
saying.
problem.
No, I can do that.
Let's get you in here.
He doesn't care what it is.
I'm not
it's the fact
opposed to
he's
having
not.
a beer every now and again.
We got some great Holy Mountain
And then,
Good.
West Coast
What's this?
Hills.
Oh, the Lumberbeard cut-off flannel.
Oh,
yeah.
that was
Yeah.
pretty
Crazy.
good too.
Yeah, we will-
How'd that get here?
We will try that next.
with Ron's name on it.
That's right.
And then Bethany, what did you grab there?
We got a stem of fresh hop
Awesome.
and a Vienna lager
From San Juan. That beer is fantastic.
That is.
Never
Would
had
you-
So was their
it.
porter.
Can you crack that Vienna lager, actually? I'd
Yeah,
love to try that.
Thank you.
Oh, wow.
It gets worse than that on it.
So, Larry, since the last time you were on, a few things have changed for you, man.
Yeah.
What's some news in the Larry world these days?
Well, I did a 1 month retirement, and honestly, my mind was set to retire. But then my good friend Mike Sutherland, who we grew up together playing ball and started homebrewing together back in the early 80s, and I'm dating myself now. But he owns White Bluffs Brewing over in Richland in the Tri-Cities, and I just got back over there over the weekend, had their Mike's birthday and White Bluffs 15th anniversary.
15th anniversary.
So I'm doing sales over here on this side of the mountains for White Bluffs, and love the beer, and it's part-time, so I technically am retired, but just doing this gig for fun and to also help grow his presence over here a little bit with the help of our fine distributor, Orcus Distributing.
Larry and I get to work together now.
Yes, yes.
Did you drink through the beers?
What's that?
Did you drink through the beers?
When you were there this weekend?
Yes, I did. I think I went through most of the board, and
Nice.
never one to overconsume it. I don't encourage it, but yeah, I went a little bit. I went a little bit lighter on Saturday than I did on Friday. So all good. Board is all the beers are great. I'm just not
He's a great brewer.
talking about it just because I'm working there. I truly have always believed in what he's doing, and when we were home brewing, I was kind of the recipe guy, and he was a technical sanitation and everything. So when Mike moved over to the east side of the mountains, I actually had to learn sanitizing on the fly. My first couple of batches I did solo, and I got a pretty good hang of it. So yeah, it's fun though.
Made a couple of farmhouses first.
I really didn't. All of our homebrew tasted somewhat what we intended, and it tasted like beer.
That's good.
So yeah, no, it's fun. Him and his wife Chardell are
Also
mainly
helps to
the
run
two
the
people
brewery,
working.
yeah.
Yeah, Chardell. I mean, I'm not going to say who the brains of the outfit is, but it's Chardell. No, just kidding. I got to give Mike a bad
She's
time.
the one who sends us all the emails.
But yeah, I mean, it's a very small, definitely family-run brewery, and I go over a couple times a year anyway, so still going to do that, but this time I have information to relay to them and help them out a little bit over here.
Keep a scope on the market a little bit.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
Yep.
How is the Tri-Cities beer scene? Is it a thing?
It is. It is. It's kind of spread out, but although where White Bluffs is at, there are 3 breweries in that intersection over up
great.
Logsdon Boulevard, going north Richland. There's Iconic, there's Bombing Range, and White Bluffs. And I think White Bluffs volume is the bigger of the 3. I think their volume may be as big. Maybe I don't know what Ice Harbor does, but but White Bluffs definitely has a good presence over in Tri-Cities.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like half the beer we buy from White Bluffs just goes right over to like our Eastern warehouse.
No doubt. No doubt about it.
I think a lot of folks, especially if you've like, early like hazy IPAs that got popular quick, Nectar of the Gods from White Bluffs is like an easy, like this was like one of the first 3 or 4 that really popped off, and it's still so good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've had fun like trying to get folks to try out the other stuff that Mike makes, because
I agree.
Makes really good traditional styles, has good lagers out there, and it sounds like maybe he's thinking about trying some new stuff. And
definitely.
The Kolsch that he makes is just
Kolsch, and I think Saturday I think I had 1 Weizenbach
you think
instead of a few. I think we wrapped up with that, but he has a Pilsner coming out. And I call it West Coast style Pils. It has a little bit of hop to it, but it's still really balanced.
Nice.
And that's what I was drinking for most of my time on Saturday over there, and never got tired of the flavors. It had really great balance, and I'm looking forward to see what the public over here thinks about that one when we get some over here. It's called Sun Goddess West Coast Pils.
Nice, dude. Yeah. Well, shoot, I'll look at fresh eats today.
Yeah. And I'm not trying to sell you beer right now, man.
I've been here the whole morning, so I haven't looked at a lot of my emails yet.
No doubt. But no, it's all good. And when I retired, the one thing I said is I'm gonna be a customer to different breweries, different pubs. I mean, even if I wasn't working, I'd still be down in Tacoma once a month at Pete's and Pints. I mean, honestly, I would. That's one of my favorite pubs that I've ever been to.
Oh, thanks,
There's a few here in Seattle that I really love. I mean, I got to give Gary a shout out at Beverage Place.
Oh, dude.
But I don't want to leave anybody out, so I don't want to go too deep or too long.
Sure.
I don't want to anger anyone.
That cast fast, though.
Cast fast, man.
Yeah, exactly.
He's got, what is it, Hopvemberfest?
We start that, we're up on Thursday, so I'll be there casting my one legal vote per day.
Are you going up on Thursday?
I am. I'm going Thursday and probably every day for that week.
Yep.
Have one vote and say see you tomorrow.
Cool.
So
I'll meet Yuji over there. We'll
no
go.
doubt,
Yep.
no doubt. And I don't want you to show any preferences. You got other brands in there, but
So yeah, you're. I mean, we're at the summit right now, right? So are you here like as White Bluffs, or are you here as?
I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
No,
So this is part of your work, your part-time week.
It is. Yes. And I'm working a full day today, so I'm definitely taking a day off tomorrow.
Sweet.
But no, I talked to Chardell and Mike a couple months back. Said, hey, you want some representation at the summit, and I can feed you some info. And I'm not going everywhere, sending them a ton of stuff, but just things I think could be impactful. Like I just went to the West Coast IPA forum.
Oh, okay.
That panel up there, that was...
How was it?
It was great. It was great. The minds on that panel were... It's way different than it was back in 1989 when I think I...
You don't say.
I think I brewed the second IPA in Seattle, and it was actually at Noggins. It was kind of a West Coast IPA because it wasn't a lot of caramel malt. It was kind of a little more traditional English because the Spinnaker's Corporation up in Victoria, that was kind of one of their early recipes.
Oh, sure.
But it was kind of pale ale, blonde colored. Hops weren't real aggressive, weren't real heavy. It wasn't overly malty. And I was like, this tastes more like a strong pale, which is kind of where West Coast IPA has kind of morphed into.
Yeah. Sure.
So, but yeah, that was a great panel. All those guys, I've had their beers, and all of them, they know what they're talking about, what they're doing. So I took notes and texted Mike, and he's going, good idea. Yes, I know that. No, good idea. I didn't know that. So,
nice. Yeah, I was curious what sort of stuff you're, when you come here and you say, like, I'm, trying to send them some notes and see, like, what kind of stuff are you looking for? Or is it just when you see something that sounds good or that, Mike might be into, you just kind of...
Yeah. I mean, like one thing I did, I went to the... one of the point of sale and, swag type of booths over here. And she had done business with White Bluffs before, so I just said, hey, Chardell, just, I think it's Susan wants to touch bases with you. And just relaying info. I'm not here making any hard decisions, but I'm talking to a few breweries, saying anytime you want to do a collab, and we're talking to a few people and try to space that out over the course of next year.
Cool.
But get a couple, 3 going, and just my deal is I'm just strictly doing things for fun and selling some beer in the process.
Well, it's beer you actually like. So.
Yes.
Maybe
absolutely.
create a 4 Reisman.
4 Reisman? A 4 Reisman?
I'm not trying to get sued. I got to protect the brewery,
Speaking of collaborations, what do you think? What have you seen that? How have you seen that trend being in the industry?
It's actually always been a thing. When I first started, I mean, when I first started, I think I told this story on the last one when I met Dick Cantwell and was going to hire him as my assistant, which I'm glad he did okay for himself. But
He's just all right.
yeah, but we started doing them back then. I think I brewed with him at Duwamps. I brewed with the guys that were at Pacific Northwest Brewing, the little small brew pub that used to be in Pioneer Square, probably before you were born.
That's true.
Got Elliott Bay, a couple with Elysian, I think.
Wow.
So it's kind of always been something that has been going on because we all hung together, and it's kind of like it is now. We were all friends, or friendly at least, and now, though, there's so many more players, it's just so much more going on.
That's true.
There's so many more people to collaborate with, and it's become a thing. So one thing I don't want to do, though, is do so many where that becomes White Bluffs' identity.
Sure.
You got to have your own brewery stand alone, and you do these just for fun and just to collaborate and have camaraderie and educate the public on when two breweries or more come together, what the possibilities are.
I feel like these days, I love collabs. I work for a distributor, and we have 30 different local breweries. So when they collab with folks, especially if it's a brewery who is still trying to introduce themselves to the market in some way,
exactly,
capitalizing on overlapping audiences is such a huge part of that. And so I think collabs now are more impactful for a lot of breweries who are kind of in that space. Because there's 1,000 options on the shelf. There's 50 doors of single-face 16-ounce cans. If I'm a fan of one brewery and I see that they collab with this other brewery that I've never heard of, I can probably trust that this other brewery does a great job because I really trust this brewery with my money. And so it's kind of become a way for folks to, I think, reduce risk on brands they haven't heard of.
Because back in the day, we were just doing it for fun.
Right.
Just for fun. I was going to say shits and giggles. That's right. You can cuss on
You
this.
can,
Shits and fucks.
Yeah, exactly. All that. But that's kind of the reason we did it. It wasn't, there was really no marketing philosophy behind that. Hey, get together, let's brew a beer.
Yeah.
So that way we can drink it.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
But you're right. It has kind of evolved more from a marketing standpoint, but you don't want that to be your standalone identity. You do that as just kind of a splash. And there's some people I would love to brew beer with. I did one even when I was working in distribution at Click. I did one with Medier when they first started.
Yeah.
And so just little things like that. It's just for fun because you have to keep it fun. Because we all know it's never been an easy business, but it's
the fun keeps you around.
Yeah. And that's why when I'm going out and about, for me, I've done the day-to-day, Friday morning sales meetings and hitting it hard and recaps, and this for me is different. I can pinpoint and high spot and say, okay, I'm going to go here, try to get this going in here. I'm going to go see Ron and have lunch and, talk to Phaedra and, and just kind of do it for fun. And I think that translates into people see that I'm enjoying it, and that way you can get their ear. I'm just not going in, hey, I got to go, got to get to my next spot. I don't have to worry about that anymore.
Sure. Right.
Yeah, I'm just doing less stops, but more impactful. So there's people I know that may want the beer, or people that haven't had White Bluffs beer, educating them on it. And I've never done any sort of hard sell on anything I've done, but this is just educational. And I'm confident enough in the beer to know that if I put a White Bluffs beer in front of somebody, they're probably going to like it. I'm not really concerned about any quality issues or anything like that.
Sure.
Because Mike, honestly, I know a lot of people in the industry. He's one of the hardest working people in this industry because he's basically doing everything with a little bit of help sometimes in the brewery. But he was there yesterday racking off beer for our valued distributor, and so he puts in the work. And what I'm doing over here is just make it so that there's a presence over here without him having to come over a ton. He is talking about possibly coming over in December.
Yeah.
I will let you know.
Cool.
But just having fun and he and his wife Chardell. He and I have known each other since 8th grade. My wife and his wife Chardell were roommates when we all met going out clubbing. Back in the early 80s.
Nice.
Again, dating
Hanging
myself.
out at the Down Under in Belltown.
No, it was actually Spencer's in Bellevue, I think.
Okay.
Something like that.
Sure.
Spencer's Hula Hands, one of those clubs. We were
Hang out in Bellevue,
we were out
though.
every weekend. There was no Tinder back then.
Face-to-face meetings.
Yeah.
Old-fashioned.
You want to dance? Sure. Yeah, that was basically Tinder back then.
It's that human connection. We're getting back to that.
Yeah, here we are. Full
The first half of the podcast was about that.
Yeah.
I know, Tinder is just marketing. It's
Yeah,
just
no
good
doubt,
marketing.
no doubt. You didn't look like that on the.
Yeah, exactly. Shoot, man. Well, yeah, we'll bug Ron about booking. If Mike's coming over in December, we're gonna figure something
Let's
out.
do event.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it's an event or if it's a quick podcast or something, we'll figure something
Sure.
out.
Okay, cool.
Oh man.
How is your old boss? Did you run into George at all since he's retired?
I haven't. I honestly, that maritime space, the first time I was in there was at the
retirement party.
The retirement
Oh
party.
yeah.
And I haven't talked to him since.
Okay.
I hope he's doing good.
I do too. I just haven't seen him.
It was glad to see an exit strategy come through, because with a lot of us who are, oldish, not everybody has a exit strategy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or we all may want one, but sometimes they don't come along. And it was good to see that for he and Jane.
Yeah.
It really was. That's why I went to that, just because it was good to see them to be able to exit gracefully.
Sure.
Yeah, especially when you've been in it that long. I mean,
Right. And having another brewery take over and kind of
win-win.
Keep the it's
Rooftop needed another brewery, and it was just, I was so glad to hear that.
Yeah. I feel like not that like happy endings are just like a rare thing, but like the industry is in a weird place, and we've seen a bunch of legacy breweries just shutter.
Yeah.
And so to have somebody come in, kind of keep the legacy going in some way, kind of gives George that like
Exactly.
that sort of sustainability to retire
And again,
stress free.
dude worked hard the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
He worked hard when because we built. I mean, I had never done construction in my life until then. Yeah, I was cutting
You're like, I came here to make
beams
beer.
and
What the fuck?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you must have been there for those conversations. I do, but it was a good experience, because I always have pride in what I'm trying to do, but. It gives you pride when you had something to do with laying that tile and guiding where you wanted your fermenters and things like that. So helping build a brewery was a good experience.
Sure.
It really was. Gave me a lot of background knowledge that may not just automatically translate if you're just selling or just brewing, but having been involved in the whole process from concept to execution to pouring the first beers, it was good. I appreciated that time of my career. And then I moved on to Hales and had fun there too.
Sure.
Met a lot of people still I consider really good friends.
Yeah.
Nice.
And you just had to brew at Hales. No construction.
No, I did not. No.
This is way easier.
I brewed, and then I sold also, since I figured, how do you know all these people? Well, I frequent pubs.
I used to club with them in Bellevue.
No, the beer selections at those wasn't too good, man. But I mean, yeah, I still enjoy the industry, obviously.
Yeah.
Because I said even after I retired, it was just going to be having fun and doing things for fun, and I'm still holding to that.
Still having fun.
Although I am actively working with White Bluffs.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, if the job is fun, then you're still having fun.
Yeah. If it's not, then I would just flat out retire.
Yeah.
And
then you couldn't expense going out to have all these drinks, and it's
Actually, you'd be since they're friends, since I would be doing that anyway.
Gotcha. That's fair.
Stuff that's like specific event, yeah.
Sure.
I said, Chardell, this is okay, cool. And I could do it but I'm not.
Of course.
I'm trying to help them as much as I can, and they're doing really well. I mean, they're doing really well. I was over there. They have a great loyal customer base, and in Tri-Cities, from a handle count, they are dominant.
Nice.
They really are. So it's going over there, just seeing that's like cool, and it seems to be staying pretty consistent.
Yeah. every arena's producer lives in the Tri-Cities. So like when we go out, we usually go out to dinner or like go have a drink somewhere, and it's White Bluffs on every handle. So they're killing it over there.
Yeah. And again, we don't expect that over here, but just getting placements and basically getting the beer in front of people and letting it do its thing. Because what I'm not going to do is put it on tap and going, how'd it go? How'd it go? Now, I take that back. I did that with the fresh hop.
That's different, though.
Because I honestly thought, I tasted through a bunch, and I didn't taste anything that I thought was better.
Sure.
That's all I'll say. I never say anything's the best or anything like that, but I thought this year he nailed it. He nailed it. And I know a few people, the 25 or 26 people or whatever that we sold kegs to got to try it. But I'm really confident in the quality of what he's doing, and he's a meticulous guy.
Sure.
That's why you don't see Mike out and about a ton. He's not the most talkative or out front guy, but what he does in the brewery, and a lot of brewers are like that. From my experience,
Yeah.
A lot of brewers are they're good. I mean, they're dialed in their
great
building,
beer.
and it's maybe not their thing, but I'd
to
love
talk
to
to
get
other human beings.
Yeah, I didn't say that. Mike, I did not say that. But no, he knows it.
Yeah.
But it's fun, and that's why I'm doing this, because I still love the industry, and I loved it at Rubens, loved it at Northwest Beverage, loved it at Click Wholesale because I got to help build that book.
Yeah.
And loved it at Hales, Maritime, Noggins. That was a great experience. And I think a person I really haven't talked about much is a guy by the name of Brad McQuay.
Oh.
And Brad was with Specific Mechanical, and also he was one of the original brewers at Spinnaker's up in Victoria.
Whoa.
And I learned a lot from Brad. I mean, this was the days where there wasn't as much information available, and I hadn't brewed on a commercial system until I started that gig, and adding minerals and things like that. Brad was on it. So, and he hired me basically off of tasting my homebrew alt beer.
Damn. Larry, is that on Granville? Where's Spinnaker's?
No, it's more on the harbor in Victoria.
Oh, Victoria.
Victoria, yeah. And
Victoria,
it was, I think, one of the early brew pubs in BC. And my buddy Jerry Heater, who was influential in the BC beer scene back in the 80s and 90s, started Whistler Brewing, started, was it Beacon? And was influential on Shafterbury's Grill. Jerry was a heavy influence. He used to own the Victoria Beer Festival. He started that.
Wow.
So he's the one that got me the interview with Paul Hadfield at Spinnaker's. So,
and you just tried your home brew and was like, hey,
yeah, and Brad tried it and said, yeah, that's yeah.
If you can do this at home.
And what happened though, I was going to be the original brewer at Pike, and we're probably rehashing some of what we talked about last time, but I had to do something really hard and give a now Hall of Famer Charles Finkel 3 days notice that I was going to take another brewing gig. So.
Officially today, Hall of Famer Charles Finkel.
Yeah. So yeah, to shorten it up, yes, I still love it. Love my career in it, and just want to keep it going a little bit longer.
Yeah, love events like this, man.
This is great. This is great. Just, a lot of the younger brewers, I'm meeting some of them for the first time, some of the guys, but you're seeing now just a level of knowledge of what men and women know now that are brewing beer. It's I'm learning, and I can't tell you what the latest hops are, but it's really fun watching how the industry's progressed and seeing a little bit of leveling out phase now, but you'll see it stabilize.
Oh yeah,
you really will. I'm confident in that.
That's when quality is going to be the.
That's exactly it.
People got to be able to trust the money they're spending on it.
Exactly right, because pint prices are no joke sometimes, but you have to charge that because that's what things cost.
Yeah, it just needs to be worth it.
Yeah, like I had a dry hop. Not a dry hop, but a fresh hop. I was at a tap room that they have like 3 locations in Seattle. I spent $14 on a pint.
Wow.
You're like, I only had one. Like,
Yeah.
Yep.
Bingo. But it was still very good. And then my second one, it was $8.50 and what I'm used to paying. But that's kind of where we've gone now. But the quality is reflective in that. Is the quality of beers you're getting now are the best that they've ever been, because you have some of these younger guys, and younger I mean 45 or younger. That
Master Siebel graduates.
Coming in with serious knowledge and, things like that. So,
Totally.
Yeah, it's a blast, man.
Take us out, Ron.
All right, Grit and Grainers, email us at cheers@gritandgrainpodcast.com with your comments, opinions, and your best ideas for next year's Washington Craft Beer Summit seminars, including such future classics as, does this glassware make my beer look fat? The Malt Whisperer, talking your way out of a stuck mash. So you married a cider maker, inter-beverage conflict resolution. Hot takes and cold crash, managing fermentation and fillings. And when a guy named Hopslayer 420 reviews your life's work. We read and drink everything we receive, and we respond as fast as we can, if not online, then on air, or possibly from behind the Country Malt booth where we've just taken emotional refuge. You can subscribe to Grit and Grain on Amazon, Apple Music, Spotify, Google Play, iHeartRadio, and please leave us a review. Also check us out on Channel 253, Douglas. And gritandgrainpodcast.com, which, unlike your glycol chiller, never breaks down mid-service. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube for episode notes, beer news, and photos of brewers pretending to network while secretly ranking whose swag bags have actual beer instead of another pen-shaped hop cone. Another pen shaped like a hop cone. If this podcast is not what you expected, please alter your expectations. Marketing is dead, but we still get its emails. No such thing as a bad time to visit Tacoma. No such thing as too much barley wine. Tune in next Friday for more sweet chatter. Cheers.
Cheers. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Thanks again for tuning in. Don't forget to follow us at Grit and Grain Podcast wherever you get your social media, and catch new episodes every Friday. Cheers.
Good up.
Channel 253 is member supported. I'm producer Doug Mackey, and I hope you will show your support by going to channel253.com/membership and join. Thank you. Grit and Grain is part of the Channel 253 podcast network. Check out our other shows: Nerd Farmer, Move to Tacoma, Interchangeable White Ladies, What Say You, Citizen Tacoma, and Kitchen 253.
This is Channel 253.